Hi, I'm here in Brisbane at the moment. Can anyone get a big cheer? Big cheer? Is that a big cheer? Bigger cheer? Okay, all right. So we're just doing a bit of an interactive session at the moment, and I am looking. Vicky, I have not seen Vicky for, what's it been, a couple of years? Vicky's been in America and just come back. Have we got a microphone? Let's give Vicky a microphone. We've just been talking about wealth dynamics and how it works, and Vicky has been doing, I know, some amazing things, using talent dynamics, which is the corporate side. Vicky, do you want to stand up for a moment? Can we give Vicky a big round of applause? Here we go. We're going to try this out. So, Vicky, do you want to just share how important this whole concept of wealth dynamics, talent dynamics has been to you, and what's happened recently, or in terms of the kind of work you've been doing with it?
Sure. First of all, I was introduced to wealth dynamics by Roger, and built my business, and I've got 17 campuses nationally I'm a registered training organisation. And then I loved it so much, I wanted to get involved when you brought out talent dynamics, that I wanted to teach that. So created another company, and now we've gone to California, and we've been working with people like Nebraska University, where I just did a couple of days workshop with them in January. And by sharing how we do projects with them, it took 15 minutes, and I took one of their curriculum projects. We came up with a beautiful outline for it, and they were putting on 300 new staff, all curriculum writers. So they had 22 teams with 300 staff, and they were going to use that process then as soon as they recruited them, which was really cool. So I said, how much time have I saved you by showing you that? And they went, wow, it's got to be 6 months. Oh, we would never get there. We've never got there before, because they're all academics, right? So, okay, cool. So that's great. So I said, be conservative, and we'll split that in half. So we said, we'll save you 3 months. How much is that in salaries? $6 million. So that's what we saved them in the 15-minute process. That's what I've been doing. And now we're going to New Zealand, and we're in Brisbane as well, and around Australia. And it's just awesome. It's been a wonderful journey, and I thank you so much for giving this wonderful gift to the world, because it's making a huge difference, not only with businesses, but with individuals' lives, to be able to wake up every day, do what you love and love what you do.
That's so awesome. Very cool. Can we give Vicky a round of applause? Thank you. So there's something we're going to go through tomorrow, which is how do you put a process or project together to actually accelerate, using your profile, accelerating up massively so you're getting that kind of result, which is one of the key elements behind this. I'm gonna come over to Monty. I can see we've got Monty here. You heard Sandra talk about Monty earlier. We've got a microphone here for Monty. So we've got I've got a whole bunch of Crystal Circle members here as well. Hi Donna. Hi Melanie. Okay, so Monty, do you want to share? Because Monty was before. How long has it been since you started ECBA?
Just 3 years.
3 years. So before that, you were really a coach, a trainer?
Yeah, I worked as a consultant, coach, mentor in some capacity.
Got it. Okay, and then you just saw the whole wave that was happening, and actually you were trying to outsource things yourself, and then you got into a partnership with someone in the Philippines, and you want to just share that whole concept of how when you just said, okay, I'm just focus on what I'm best at and get the right team around, how that's helped you to grow, and what size company you've got today, how that's evolved.
Yeah, so the idea really stemmed out of what was my need at the time. So I was outsourcing, trying to build my brand online and building online systems, etc. And the level of support that I needed really wasn't there. So I was using a team in the Philippines, and then I helped them build their business over about a year. So this is a year before the 3 years. And after that 1 year, I kind of went to them. I'd helped them build a team of about 20 staff. And I said, you're now going to work for me. You're going to fold your company. We're going to work together. And they said yes. So that's kind of how it all started.
So that's a really important point, though. The whole point of starting a business based on a need that you have, that you can see other people have, and then secondly, then demonstrating you can actually support others with that need in such a way that they want to come work with you as well, which is exactly what happened. And then you actually package it up to actually realize that even within the co-working space, a lot of people not co-working, the outsourcing space, people realize they need to outsource, but it was really tough to then actually get people to do the right job. So you end up with the whole co-sourcing concept of bringing in people who could be project managers for people, right?
Yeah, the big point of difference with us and what I really needed back in the day, and being a creator and kind of through the roof creator, I'm very impatient. I'm the most impatient person on the planet, probably.
Creators are impatient. Hands up, who in the room are creators who are impatient? Here we go. Yeah, I love it.
So when it comes to me creating, putting my tasks in, my projects, etc., it fell apart a lot. So what I really needed was a project manager in between me and the staff executing the work. And this is what I saw a lot of entrepreneurs having trouble with.
Yeah.
And it's so common. So I just built a system where there's project managers in between, and the whole idea of ETVA is to have people in between, people, you know, really holding their hand, but really strategizing with them up front to figure out what they actually need, rather than just saying, hey, I need my shit done.
Yeah.
We actually work it out.
Yeah. And how many people do you now have in your company?
So it's about 150, 160 staff out of the Philippines, and I've got a team here in Australia as well.
And that's all within like 3 years that that's grown.
Yep.
So, and by the way, I know Monty's actually given out to everyone this 3 phases of outsourcing, which is definitely worth looking at, because everyone in this room, any processes you have that you shouldn't be doing, outsource them or automate them. Just get them out so you can be focusing on what you're best at as well. Can we give Monty a round of applause? Thank you, Monty. Awesome. Let's come over as well. David just came in the room here. I'm going to come over to you, David. David, we're going to come over this way, why don't we? Let's try this. All right, okay, so we've got a microphone for David? Yeah. Got a microphone coming. They've all disappeared. Okay, so we're gonna, David, I'd love to hear just again from you, like if you let everyone know what your profile is and what you, especially when we started like looking at your brand and building what you're doing, what you've been able to do for businesses right here in Australia.
Great, thanks Roger. So I'm a supporter through and through. My previous life was as a commander and a dentist in the Navy, and I realised I wanted to do something that was...
a commander and a dentist in the Navy.
Wanted to do something a little more. I love business and studied a lot more of that. And 2007 I came across wealth dynamics, and that was the shift for me, because I realised that I need to follow my own pathway, and that is leadership, bringing teams together. So I then went into coaching, business coaching, consulting, and fortunately, using the tools, I am able to bring businesses together and help them to grow quickly and scale using the wealth dynamics tools. So that's helped me out immensely. As far as the brand goes, I think the key thing is it was really easy to follow someone else's journey. Go, all right, I'll just do that, and I did that for a while. I did that, and I was like, it just didn't work. I said, well, what does a supporter do best? And so I just followed that, which was taking the bits of everyone.
Yeah.
Stuff and
other people's products, other people's ideas, but building the community, so it's your community.
Absolutely. So everything was about collaboration, community, partnership, and when I started just staying more in that space.
So you set up the Elite 500?
Elite 500, yeah.
So Elite 500 is for companies that really want to take it up to that higher level, so they're established companies that want to really grow, taking all the best information materials. And even to start with, I remember, it was like, rather than having to go down the same role that a number of people who are creators of stars that were doing, like running their own events, it was like, no, let's partner up with, so you partnered up with Westpac Brand?
Yep, did heaps with Westpac, and that was one of the big launch plans. I see Glenn Carlson is coming along. I work closely with Glenn and his group, which is a sensational group as well. And so I was just working with other people that are already in flow, and be able to work with them, and I found it was just, everything's flowed for me too.
So that's the key, if you're a supporter, is that you don't have to be doing the same thing as what Monty did as a creator. You follow your own path, and then that allows you to multiply and grow as well. And how much bigger would you say your business is today than it was?
We've had 15 consecutive quarter growth in a row, record. So.
Right, very good. So now multi-million-dollar business that's just evolved and grown by just following your path, and then just made sure that you stick with it and don't get into all the other areas that you...
And being happy with, you go and say like, Roger, oh my God, I can't create, I can do all that stuff. And it's like, no, don't do that, that's dumb.
That's awesome. All right.
Let him do it.
Can we give them a big round of applause as well? Thanks, guys. So, you're getting the rough idea on this. We're going to go more into this up on the screen as well. This is kind of like what I drew earlier, which is a little bit on the wealth dynamic square, but the most important thing at the end of the day is following your own natural path and knowing it, and it's connecting. So just from what we just shared, you now know that if you're a higher education institution, if you're wanting to work with Vicky, you've met Vicky now. If you want to outsource what you're doing, you met up with Monty. If you've got a company that's rising to that next level and you're looking to connect with the right people, Elite 500, you met David. If you're watching this on YouTube, then we're going to actually make sure that the links to each of their sites are on this as well. And we'll make sure everyone in this room can jump on and get your links on there as well, so that you can connect up with each other as well. And with that being said, that was like 9 minutes, and that's the end of our little video. Can everyone from Brisbane, Australia, give a big cheer and round of applause to everyone in the world? Hi guys.